3 things to embrace the power of forgiveness. Grand Rising, my friends. Congratulations, you made it another day. Pat yourself on the back. You're on the right side of the dirt. My name's Mark Brown. I help men over 50 bounce back after loss, addiction, setbacks, using simple tips, tricks, and tools that work if you apply them. All right, what are the 3 things? So today we're going to dial into something that's really, really powerful, okay? And it's probably one of the things you can hardest things you can practice. The 3 things we're going to touch on is releasing resentment, self-forgiveness, and extending grace to people. Okay, let's talk about the first one, releasing resentment. Resentment is said to be one of the when you're on your deathbed, people resent or regret and die with a lot of resentments, right? We don't want to do that. So releasing resentment is very holding on the grudges is like carrying these huge weights on our backs. I mean, when you release something, if you're ever one of those moments where you you've took full ownership, or you confessed, or said you're sorry and you forgave someone, and it just feels like a whole weight has been lifted, like you're almost like walking on cloud 9. That's what it does. Every time you replay hurt in your brain, it actually holds power over you. And when you forgive someone, when you choose to let things go, you just refuse to carry it off you. It's like this whole big weight is lifted off you. When you release resentment, it's like you reclaim your freedom to kind of step into more. It opens things up, right? So it makes space for joy, and it really works. So one of the biggest things is your own self-forgiveness. Listen, we've all been there. We've all done things we're not proud of. You might be holding on to some shame, blaming yourself for things, what things you didn't do. Like, I used to carry this big weight on my back about, oh my gosh, I can't believe I put myself in this position. What are you, such an idiot? Like, these are all things, like, you got to let yourself, number one thing you have to do is forgive yourself for things. And it's often the hardest thing to do is to forgive yourself. So we replay past mistakes over and over, and all that does is there's no room for growth. There's no room for grace for yourself. Acknowledging that you've fallen short and that you accept your forgiveness is really important. Just acknowledge that we're not perfect. Be perfectly imperfect, but still take action. You can't change what you've done and what you've had, but you can take full ownership. And really, when you really do that, you can feel the weight, and you might break down in deep crying, and ask for the forgiveness from your Heavenly Father. He's there. He wants nothing but the best for you. That's one of the most beautiful things. And it's not like it gives you license to be a jerk or to do things that are wrong. That's not what building your relationship with God. He gives you grace, and that goes into the next thing. It's a big, huge healing of your guilt when you forgive yourself. It really is. And it's just amazing. So forgive yourself. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We all have done things, and I don't know what you've done. I can only take ownership for what I've done. And give yourself some grace, right? Forgiveness isn't about bad behavior, like I was just saying. It's about choosing peace over your bitterness. Choose peace over your bitterness. Extend grace to those who have hurt you, even if they've never apologized. And here's the thing, you might discover that offering forgiveness, you receive the greatest gifts of all. A lighter heart is renewed hope. And a lot of things, I've had discussions with people, it's not like you're forgiving the act. If someone did you, or someone cheated on you, betrayed you, been there, done it, been there. Someone's hurt you deeply. One of the biggest things that I've had to forgive, and I know I'm holding on to some things, and I have to dig deep, and that's what I'm going to be going through more and more. Things will unfold over time, and the more you unfold, the more you dig deep, the more you think back, and you kind of release those things. You'll just have a more peaceful life. It opens up for space, and like I said, it doesn't acknowledge, it doesn't take away from whatever's been to you. It releases you. It releases your weight. That weight that you live. It doesn't mean you have to forget what people have done to you. Just you forgiving them to release and help yourself. And it's being obedient to God and Jesus, right? And that's what I believe in. believe, whatever you believe in, that's great. Wherever your higher power is, just, I promise you, if you forgive yourself, things will open up. So, here's my final thought. Forgiveness is not an act of weakness. It's an act of strength. It frees you up from the chains of your past, and you can release those chains. And when you release them, you feel lighter than ever. It's like you're floating. It sets you on a path of peace and growth. I promise you that. So choose today to forgive someone that you've been putting off. Yourself first. Start with you. Okay? Remember that you are loved, you are worthy, and you matter. Okay? Someone is definitely counting on you today. So go out there and make it the best day ever. I'm heading over to the monthly coffee house for veterans. Gonna meet with the brothers and sisters who gave us our freedoms. And every time you see a vet, thank them, because without the freedom isn't free. Freedom from whatever you're doing isn't free. Freedom to live and breathe this air isn't free. So thank a vet each and every day. All right? Love you guys. Hope you got some value out of this. If you did, share it. I'd love to know your thoughts on forgiveness. And reach out if you want to chat. Have an amazing day. Thank you. Bye-bye.